What's up, Sushi Lords family? Namaste and greeting from Sushi Man Santosh. First of all, I'm really thankful to all of my Sushi Lords family. Finally reaching almost 60k subscriber. Means a lot for me. And thank you so much for being Sushi Lords family with Sushi Man Santosh. Today in this video, I'm gonna show you restaurant quality Nigiri Sushi at home using different variety of fish. And also, I'm gonna try to make perfect sushi rice. And also I'm giving a little pro tip how to make sashigiri as well, very simple way, okay? And at last I'm gonna show you how to make professional sushi platter using simple ingredients at home. So let's go. Now I'll do the preparations. I wash bamboo leaves. Now I'm gonna prepare here, okay? Now I have here the salmon. It's a frozen salmon, belly part. I'll try to make very fine dining restaurant style nigiri at home. Yes, we have here salmon. It's our dorada, kinmadai, golden eye snapper. So today I'm gonna make the sushi rice very simple and easy way. So first of all, I have to take this pot and I'm gonna choose the short grain sushi rice. I'm using here 500 grams sushi rice. You can see here the grains is short. It's a sushi rice. Most of people are asking me in a Facebook, in my TikTok as well. They are sending message, okay, how we can make sushi rice from the jasmine rice, from the basmati rice. So my suggestion is don't make sushi rice with jasmine and basmati rice, guys. Try to buy sushi rice in a supermarket, or you can buy in a Japanese grocery, or even in a Asian grocery store. You can buy sushi rice. So now when you are going to buy sushi rice, you can have different types of brand. Any of them you can buy and you can try to make sushi rice at home. Okay, let's go. First of all, we're gonna clean it 4, 5 times, 6 times till the milky water came out. Then after we're gonna start to cook. Okay, let's go. Always wash the rice with cold water. The important things is first and second water, try for as much as fast. Okay, after that you can give a little bit massage so all the milky water will come out easily. You can rub each other like this. When you are giving the massage, the milky water will come out easily. But when you are washing, the main important tips is don't break the grains, okay? Don't too much press, okay? Try to wash softly and gently. In this video, I'm gonna give you very good pro tip. Firstly, I'm gonna wait inside the water 10 minutes. Means I'm gonna hydrate the rice till 10 minutes, okay? Depend on the how much quantity you are cooking. If you are cooking more than 1 kg, I suggest you to put inside the water till 15 minutes. I already hydrated it 10 minutes inside the water. Now I'm gonna wait 10-15 minutes outside the water. So all the grains will absorb equal quantity of water, so it will cook evenly. Most of high quality sushi restaurants, they do this technique. When you are making sushi at home, if you are feeling okay, my rice is not very good, you can do this technique. This is the one of the pro tips for today's video. Okay guys, now without water I'm gonna wait 15 minutes, then after I'm gonna cook. Okay, I'll come back again. Okay guys, after 15 minutes the grains of rice, it looks like this. And another important tips is always I'm saying put equal quantity of water, but this when you're gonna hydrate and rehydrate the sushi rice, you have to put 90% of total uncooked sushi rice. That means if you are cooking 1 kg sushi rice, you have to put 900 ml cold water. So I'm cooking here 500 grams sushi rice, so I'm gonna use 90% of 500. That means 250 ml water. Extra level of aroma and umami flavor, more umami flavor, I'm gonna use the kombu dashi. Some people use katsubushi dashi as well. Not a big size, just a small portion, okay? Yes, it's enough. Now, I'm gonna cook it in a big flame. We're not going to open this lid. We are not going to mix it. Okay, you can see now rice is going to cook very well. That means it's boiling very well. So in that time, I'm gonna make the low flame. Okay, as much as I can, I will make the low flame. Then after it will cook properly. It will be totally clean, and you can see the rice. Yes, our sushi rice is ready. Now I'm gonna open the lid. Nice, very good, very good, nice. To mix the vinegar, normally if you want to see how to make this kinds of perfect sushi rice vinegar to mix it, you can see this video. Normally I love to use 8:4:1. That means 8% of the vinegar, 4% of sugar, and 1% of the salt. Then after you can use, as per your recipe, you can use a little bit sake or you can use a little bit mirin. I'm gonna mix here. Or you can take out. The most important part, I will give the wine. It cannot be overcooked, one important things. Another things is your sushi rice gonna be a shiny. Most important things is the vinegar has antibacterial component, so all the grains of the rice gonna absorb these kinds of antibacterial component. Now I'm going to make the nigiri. Before making nigiri, I have to make the teju water. So I'm using here normal tap water. So I'm going to add here vinegar. Okay, now almost ready. Also, I have here, as you can see here, I have the maguro toro. It's the fatty part of bluefin tuna. This is the kinmadai. It's a golden eye snapper. And I have here the dorada shrimp. This is the same part of the tuna, so toro. And this is the akami part. And this is little bit mix of tsutor and akami part. And this is sake, salmon, and I have here the sivas robalo. So I'm gonna make all of this nigiri today. I'm going to use the lima. I'm going to use the Himalayan rock salt and little bit grated natural ginger. So let's start to make the nigiri. Firstly, I will start from sake, okay? From the salmon. First of all, I have to slice it. The slicing technique is very easy. Firstly, I will measure the forefinger like this. After that, I have to slice from the belly part, 3 by 8 centimeter, okay? Like this. Now I'm gonna slice the toro part. Akami, Chutoro, Otoro, Sake. Let's make the Suzuki, okay? Sibrim. Now I'm gonna slice kinmedai. So I have to slice opposite grains always. This grain, you can see the drain. So I have to slice this way or this way. Yeah, this way. So it will be a cross. Firstly, I took the scales, I took the guards, and I cleaned very well properly. It's a dry edge fish as well. It's one of the expensive fish as well. Then after I fillet it, then after I did the sear and I put inside the icy cold water. So it's called aburi kinmedai. Okay, aburi means sear, braised. This is the wagyu of ocean, okay? It's a very fatty part. You can see here. Yes, you can see all the fattiness, and very expensive nowadays. Now I'm gonna slice sea bass. Sea bass, I have here is skin, so I'm gonna do the sear later after making the nigiri, okay? The slicing technique is always go opposite direction of this drain. Use all the knife from bottom to top. Use very sharp knife. You can I'll give the one important tips, okay, for you guys. When I'm cutting slicing like this, then after I'm finishing with 90 degree like this. So you can see this line, So when we are going to make the sushi, it looks like this. Beautiful. Okay, normally in a fine dining or in omakase restaurants, you can see the chef is cutting the slice, making the slice, and he's waiting a little bit time. He talked with clients and he started to make sushi a little bit after 10 minutes. Because the secret things is he's trying to make this slice as a room temperature. That means when we're gonna take out from the fridge, it will be already cold, 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. So he is trying to make a little bit more temperature. So when you're gonna eat nigiri or sushi, he will always use very warm rice. Seems like this one. I have also very warm rice. When the client gonna eat, he will give here. That means on the moments when you're gonna eat, it will be seems like a body temperature, so you will feel the very good flavor, very good taste. But today I'm going to make the plating, okay? Because I don't have any clients. If you guys want to eat sushi, let's do subscribe. Let's comment below, okay? I'm gonna dip my hands in a teju water. Then after I'm gonna clap my hand so the water will go out. If I didn't clap, the water will stay here. So I'm gonna take out the rice. So rice will have more water, so it cannot be sticky with fish. And also I'm using here a damp towel, wet towel, so I can clean my hands, I can clean my cutting board, I can clean my knife, everything. Okay, let's start to make. I have here the warm sushi rice. I have here the teju water. Now I'm gonna start to make the nigiri sushi, okay? I'm gonna use the wasabi also. I'll take a little bit wasabi. I'll take the small rice ball like this. And also most important things, don't make like this, okay? Don't press too much. When you are going to make the rice ball, ears should be inside the rice. So it should be a very fluffy. Take the small rice ball, take the wasabi, put here, then push here. I'll teach you two different way, okay? One is flipping one to another hands like this. I'll show you very, very simply. Yes, put here and give the squeeze here. Then if you feel a little bit not a square shape, you can push here by your finger. Okay, let's make another one. This is the flipping one to another hand, okay? Take a small rice ball, take a wasabi, put here, and flipping in the same hand like this. That means your neta is like, now you're gonna flip it, then squeeze it. When you are squeezing, always squeeze the belly, bahiga. Now I'm gonna make the with kinmedai, golden edge snapper. Use the wasabi, rice, and flipping in the same hand. Once more again, wasabi. This is another technique, okay? Put the rice, give the rice shape. Look, I'm gonna press here, then here. Again, catch. Then flip it. The nigiri is all kinds of ego of chef, you know. When I'm making, another chef can say, okay, your nigiri is not good. And when other people are making, I can say them, okay, your nigiri is not perfect. So sometimes, since who are working almost 40 years and 30 years, still they are saying my nigiri is not perfect. So to make the perfect nigiri is literally hard. Sometimes it's impossible, you know. So it's all kinds of ego of chef as well. Okay, now I'm making the nigiri from the dorada. Wasabi. Normally, if the fish is more fatty, you can use more wasabi. Now I'll go for the chutoro. This is the one of the best part of my favorite cut of tuna. Now I'm gonna use a little bit more wasabi for the chutoro. Yes. Akami part, lean part of tuna. Wasabi, rice ball. I'll teach you different way, okay? Here, here, and again here. Nice. Okay, let's go for the final and best of the best, otoro. To make the otoro nigiri, it's a little bit tricky because it is very fragile fish. I'll make a little bit bigger size, okay, with otoro. I love to eat. More wasabi. Then rice here. With it. It's a little bit big size, okay? Nice. Wasabi here. Okay. Wasabi. Perfecto. I cannot say this is the one of the best nigiri, but in my video you will find lots of types of nigiri, but this is the one of the best nigiri. We're gonna do the plating, okay? Okay, let's start to do the plating. Shrimp. Then after I'm gonna use the salmon, kimidai, golden eye snapper. After that I'll use the chutoro, medium fat tuna, akami, again kimidai, and sake. Chutoro, otoro. Here I'm going to put the otoro, and here I'm going to put the akami. Firstly, I have to do the sear because of the skin. This one also I'm going to do the sear. For the otoro also I will get just a little bit, not too much, just I'll take out the little bit fatness from the otoro, you know. Nice, done. Just a little bit sashimi. Chutoro I'll use Himalayan rock salt. Okay, salmon. Here also salmon. Sivas, and here is also sivas. With kinmedai I'll use just a little bit lima juice. Okay. Trust me, this nigiri combo will be one of the best nigiri ever you eat. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you in the next video. Have a good day.